these 36 years that you have brought us through. We thank you for your guidance. We thank you for your blessings. We thank you for your perseverance with us. We thank you for those who have led us through these years. And as we've come to mark this special occasion, we ask that your blessing may be upon all of us gathered here this evening. And we pray a special blessing upon our country of Grenada, CARRIACOU, and PETITE Martinique. Bless our peoples everywhere, especially those in far-flung places of the world. We ask that as we share this time this evening together, that your blessing may especially be upon us, and that we may always be mindful of your presence in our midst. As our words say, ever conscious of God, we aspire, build, advance as one people. Help us to truly advance and build as one people by your guidance in all things. We pray for those who will celebrate with us this evening, and we ask that in all things we may look to you as our beginning and our end. Bless us in all things this day, now and always. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Daniel. And right now we'd like to call on Dr. Janelle Harford to do the national anthems of the USA and Grenada. Dr. Harford.
Can you all please stand for the singing of the anthems, please?
much, Dr. Harford. Very good rendition of those two anthems. Let's hear it one more time for Dr. Janelle Harford. Sweet Grenada, the land of my birth, and how I cherish the memories. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that organizing the independence celebrations is never an easy task. It depends on the unity and the power of the various volunteers who have given of selfless service to ensure that the process is a fluid one and that we have a successful anniversary celebrations. The man who has been entrusted the post of the chairman of the Independence Committee has been doing a great job in ensuring that we are here today and that everything will go as smoothly as is possible. He's a hard-working, a member of our Grenadian community, and whatever he puts his hands on, you expect a bit of professionalism to come from it. I want to put our hands together to give his remarks the chairman of our Independence Committee, Mr. Derek Vantu.
Thank you very much, Mr. Master of Ceremonies, Minister of Finance, Honorable Nazim Buck and Mrs. Buck, Her Excellency, Grenada's Permanent Representative to the United Nations, Dr. Decima Williams, Honorable Consul General for Grenada, Derek James, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, honored guests, our former Ambassador, Dr. Lamiel Stanislaus, our elderly statesman, my fellow Grenadians and friends. Tonight is a very special occasion as we join together to celebrate another milestone, the life of a beautiful nation, 36 years. It is indeed an honor for me to extend my sincere appreciation to the Grenada Independence Anniversary Committee of New York for affording me the opportunity to lead once more. Permit me, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, to extend congratulations and of course best wishes to the government and peace-loving people of Grenada on attaining 36. Grenada is growing old gracefully, and we must applaud our hard-working and dedicated population who has joined in nation building regardless of the challenge we continue to face. I also offer congratulations to the honorees who are tonight recognized for their sterling contribution not only to Grenada but also to the communities in which they reside right here in New York. I note among them former Ambassador to the UN, Dr. Lamiel Stanislaus, enriched Grenada. And I must also express my gratitude for a thankful nation. I would also like to extend congratulations to the other members who will be receiving their awards. Your monetary contribution last year were able to assist 3 institutions, namely the Pediatric Ward at the General Hospital, the Richmond Home in Grenada, the Princess Alice Hospital in CARRIACOU. A presentation of medical supply were made to the Ministry of Health and Social Services, respectively, on October 15, 2009, by our Consul General, Honorable Derek James. Our celebration of activities began on January 30th with the Youth Fest and Ecumenical Service of Thanksgiving on January 31, a Senior Citizen Tea Party on February 4th, and a social gathering on February 5th, and climaxed the night with this gala ceremony. I say a special thank you to my committee and all those who have made a contribution in some way or another in making this event a success. It takes the best in each of us to bring out the best in all of us. Thank you for sharing your best with me. May God's richest blessings be upon each and every one of you. Let us work together and achieve an even brighter future for Grenada and the sister isle of CARRIACOU and Martinique. Please accept my best wishes for a memorable evening. I say happy independence and may God bless our beautiful nation. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Derek Ventu, the chairman of the Independence Committee. Ever since this gentleman assumed the post of the Consul General of New York, he has been working tirelessly in the community to ensure that he attends and be part of what's happening in the community, whether it be celebration at functions put on by the non-profit organizations, attending funerals, visiting the home of the elderly, and what have you. He's like a politician campaigning for a seat, but he isn't campaigning. This is who he is, a man of the community, hardworking ever, a good friend of mine, and a man I have the highest respect for because I know he's doing the job diligently. As he gives his remarks here on this Independence Night, let's give a rousing welcome to our dear Consul General, Derek James.
I'm still wondering what I'm talking about. Honorable Nazim Burke, Minister of Finance, and his wife, Ambassador to the United Nations, Her Excellency Decima Williams, members of the Diplomatic Corps, members of the Consular Corps, ladies and gentlemen, it is a real honor for me to be here on the second Independence celebration under my watch. And I want to use this opportunity to thank the members of the Independent Committee, and please give them a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, I could stand here tonight and speak for probably an hour as to what was done in the consulate over the past year, but I will save you time and do that in a very short period of time. First of all, we were able to put together a financial report of the Independent Committee of 2009, 3 months after the ball took place. A remarkable achievement by the Independence Committee. And I do believe that you should give them a round of applause for putting out a financial statement. Over the past year, we were able to form an umbrella organization called Grenada, bringing together all the organizations in New York. And if you know, we have over 52 of such organizations here in New York. We were able to put together a student organization. And very importantly, we held the first Grenada Day 2009 last year. A very successful event. I want you to put on your calendar July 18th, 2010, which will be the second Grenada Day. And outside you will find information. We'll be setting up a table on the outside where you will find information. I have just returned from Grenada, where I accompanied 46 medical professionals, dental professionals, who went to Grenada to do some work for our children and our senior citizens. They came from the New York University, and I can tell you, it was a tremendous success. And the year coming, 2011, we are going to return with the team because they will be in Grenada for the next 4 years. And I want to take this opportunity to congratulate and recognize Gracelyn Harris, a member of the Grenadian community who did a work to bring New York University to us to get them to Grenada. Please give her a round of applause. We were able to add an information attached to the consulate And that has been tremendous for us because it gave us the opportunity to provide information both here and back home. For 2010, as I said earlier on, the second annual Grenada Day, we are going to concentrate on providing much more medical assistance to Grenada this year. When you think about the situation, with the cancer situation, our country has too much cancer patients. And I am going to work with the medical fraternity here in New York to assist us greatly in helping to solve that problem for our country. Ladies and gentlemen, this independence celebration we started last Saturday. The council for the first time was able to provide 2 awards. The first one, the Community Service Award, was given to Dr. Roland Purcell last Sunday at the church service. Please give him a round of applause. Tonight, the consulate will honor Reach Grenada for their outstanding contribution and dedication to the people of Grenada, CARRIACOU, and PETITE Martinique. I want to say tonight also that as we continue to move forward in the development of our country, the community is vital. And I'm dedicated, I'm going to continue to work and develop and assist our community organizations to ensuring that the contribution to Grenada will reach in a timely manner. Grenadians, visitors, friends of Grenada, happy birthday Grenada, happy independence. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the night.
Thank you, Mr. James, our dear Consul General. The next person I'm going to call is a lady who has been championing the cause at the Voice of Grenada at the United Nations, whether it's climate change, poverty alleviation, parity amongst the small island states, in the way distributions are done. She is the voice of Grenada and the voice of the small island states coming up against the big wigs in the international arena for justice. And she continues to do that today as our dear ambassador to the United Nations. But she's not going to be making a speech tonight. Her role is to read the message from our dear Minister of Foreign Affairs, Peter David, who couldn't be here this evening.
Mr. Jeff Benjamin, in appreciation for your dedication, devotion and sincere commitment to preserving the culture of our people and homeland through your musical talents, your ability to reach people all over the world through your lyrics and expertise on various instruments is an example of how musical culture can enlighten people wherever they are. The Consulate General of Grenada, the Grenada Independence Celebrations Committee in New York, February 6, 2010. Presented to PBC Alumni Association Incorporated, New York, in recognition of your unselfish dedication, thoughtfulness, and untiring efforts to assist in the educational development of the students, both past and present. The Consulate General of Grenada, the Grenada Independence Celebrations 2010. Accepted on behalf of Council Member G.B.T.V Williams, Mrs. Pat Williams. I was just told that the council member is outside. Presented to Council Member G.B.T Williams in appreciation for your understanding, public service and devotion to the interest and the welfare of the people in your community. Your continuous fight for education for our youth, job training for those in need, and affordable housing for its citizens is admirable and an example for all to follow. The Consulate General of Grenada, the Grenada Independence Celebrations Committee in New York, February 6, 2010. I will now ask the Consul General to do the honors.
Could I ask Dr. Karen Lawson? And this award reads, Grenada Consulate General Office in New York presents its 2010 Humanitarian Award to Reach Grenada for its selfless and outstanding assistance to the people of Grenada, CARRIACOU, and PETITE, Martinique. We thank you for your sincere contribution. Signed, Derek James, Consul General.
Thank you, Honorable Derek James, and all of the Grenadians that you represent for the recognition of the work of Reach Grenada. It is my honor to accept this appreciation of Reach Grenada, and at the same time to thank so many amazing individuals who support our work, such as the teachers of St. Andrews and CARRIACOU, the directors and child care workers of the homes for abused and abandoned children, the St. George's University community, and the farmers of the Grenada Cocoa Association. Our mission is to do whatever we can to enhance the well-being of Grenada's neediest children. And our work over the past 5 years is dedicated to my husband, Bart Lawson, whom many of you knew, who passed away in Grenada in 2003 while serving as ambassador at large. So far, we have worked on rebuilding schools following the hurricanes of 2004 and 2005. We have worked to improve educational levels by providing computers and books for schools, as well as literacy and teacher training. We have provided medications and education to reduce the incidence of parasites and rheumatic fever. And lastly, and most importantly, I think, we are providing psychosocial counseling and vocational training to the children of Grenada's orphanages. While to date, the majority of our funding has come from the generosity of friends and family, some of whom are here tonight, we are currently building a self-sustainability model through collaboration with some of Grenada's farmers. Our success hinges on the relationships that we are building with you, the open-minded, hard-working, and dignified people of the most beautiful place on earth. Our work has just begun.
Mary Bishop, I'm here this evening on behalf of Congresswoman Yvette Clark. I'm her Caribbean liaison. Unfortunately, the Congresswoman couldn't be here with you. However, she wanted to express her thanks and appreciation to the community of Grenada, CARRIACOU, and PETITE Martinique for the support and contribution to her throughout the years. And recognizing this, she would also like to show her appreciation by presenting a proclamation to Mr. Lima Stanislaus, who has been a true pioneer throughout the Caribbean nation. Once again, on behalf of Congresswoman Yvette Clark, I'd like to present this proclamation that reads, whereas whereas Dr. Stanislaus has been married for 36 years, is a father of 5 children, a grandfather of 7 grandchildren, whose legacy in his country and to the 11 other small Commonwealth countries at the United Nations in the United States office as a UN. And now, therefore, I, Yvette Clark, Member of Congress representing the 11th Congressional District of New York, do hereby acknowledge Mr. Lima Stanislaus, dated February 6. Thank you.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Diamond Award presented to Dr. Lamuel Stanislaus in recognition of your service, sir, generosity, commitment, and leadership to the people of Grenada, CARRIACOU, and Martinique throughout the years. You are our crown jewel. 36th Grenada Independence. And there's more for you, sir. Last but not least, Medal of Honor presented to Dr. Lamuel Stanislaus for service to Grenada and the diaspora, February 6, 2010.
May I ask for a standing ovation for Dr. Stanislaus?
May I please ask the honorees to come to the podium again? The honorees, Mr. Williams, Ms. LaCrette, Mr. Benjamin, Mr. General Benjamin.
Right.
Mr. Master of Ceremonies, Grenada's Minister of Finance and Member of Parliament, Honorable Azim Burke, fellow honorees, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, our owner, Permanent Representative of the United Nations, Dr. Decima Williams, Distinguished Consul General, Chairman of the Independence Committee, esteemed ladies and gentlemen, you will note that with my increasing years, so go my decreasing steps. Nevertheless, I am happy to be among you and especially to be associated with this outstanding and illustrious slate of honorees. The great theologian and philosopher St. Augustine said centuries ago that when you have done your duty towards your God, your family, your country, there should be no need for recognition and award, because you have simply done your duty. This slate of honorees is a perfect example of those who have done their duty and are still doing their duty to their country. Each calling, each walk of life has its own elite, its own aristocracy based on excellence of performance. And these honorees have done just that. I want to digress for a moment because I see a distinguished and handsome member of the State Assembly. Assemblyman, take a bow, please. Ladies and gentlemen, it is not my intent to inflict any excess verbal punishment on such a beautiful audience. So, I propose to govern myself by my 5 B's. Be brief, be bright, and be gone. But before going, I want to make special mention of friends of mine who have helped Grenada along the way. And you know, they are lending color to this gathering. I'm referring to, first of all, Dr. Lawson, Dr. Karen Lawson, the wife of a very good friend of mine, of beloved and revered memory. While I was at the United Nations, through a distinguished Grenadian called Peter Otley, I met Mr. Bartholomew Lawson. And Mr. Bartholomew Lawson introduced me to a friend of his who did so much at that time for Grenada during the previous administration. And you have heard from Dr. Lawson. I just want to introduce to you the next true Grenadian at large. I wonder if our friend who was also under the old administration, Grenada's ambassador at large for economic development, my near friend, Rabbi Michael Melvin, seated at table 19. At the present time, he's engaged along with St. George's University Chancellor Charles Martiga in discussions with the Prime Minister. They have held 3 meetings already, and they have a wonderful program for the further development of Grenada. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you did not come here to receive all this verbal punishment. I know that you came here to dance, to display the rhythmic gyrations and the bodily contortions that characterize the Caribbean dance. Shakespeare refers or defines dancing as tripping those light, fantastic toes. And I know you're ready to do just that. But an unknown author describes dancing as the vertical expression of a horizontal and nocturnal desire. In closing, I want to greet and salute a Grenadian who has been of great help to me while I was at the United Nations. She is now Mrs. Cecile Belfont, but she used to be Janice Margaret Celestine. Janice, take it up. And if Miss Norma Blaze is in the audience, Norma was a top strength to me at the United Nations. So ladies and gentlemen, let me end with a patriotic note. It's a verse I remember when I was in elementary school in Grenada. I want to commit it to all Grenadians, regardless of your political affiliation, because from divergent views can come converging voices. To all the world, I give my hand. My heart I give my native land. I seek her good, her glory. I honor every nation's name. Respect the fortune and the faith. But I love that land. Love that land. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
For Dr. Lemuel Stanislaus. Now I'd like to call on Yolan Scott to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Master of Ceremony. Honorable Nazim Berg and Mrs. Berg, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, friends and fellow Grenadians. On behalf of the Chairman and members of the Grenada Independence Anniversary Committee and the Grenada Consulate, it is indeed an honor and privilege for me to express our heartfelt thanks and appreciation to everyone for joining with us to celebrate 36 years of independence in the tri-island state of Grenada, CARRIACOU, and Petite Martinique. Let me say a special thank you to the Honorable Nazim Berg for taking the time from his busy ministerial duties to be here with us to celebrate in true Grenadian style. Thank you, Ambassador to the UN, Dr. Decima Williams, and other members of the Diplomatic Corps for being part of this celebration. To those persons who are part of our various subcommittees, it is with sincere appreciation and gratitude that we extend to all of you our heartfelt thanks and for your time and expertise in making this year's celebration a success. To the business and individuals who placed ads in our anniversary journal, thank you for your contribution. Our sincere thanks is also extended to Mr. Eddie Bullen, together with Lambert and the Matadors, for their musical entertainment. To Dr. Janine Harford for her lovely rendition of the American and Grenada anthems. To the representatives of Air Jamaica, we appreciate the dedicated service you continue to show to the Grenadian community. Members of the various organizations, members of the press, and our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Harold Price, to all of you, please accept our thanks and appreciation for your support. To the management and staff of ANTUN'S, thank you for another year of excellent service and cooperation. And to our patrons, we extend extra special thank you for your outpouring support and commitment. In closing, I would like to bring to your attention the theme for this year's celebration, which is celebrating our nation's birth with love and togetherness. And in light of this, I ask that you stand and raise your glasses for a toast to our 36 years of independence. And I say, Grenada, Grenada, Grenada. Thank you, and have a wonderful night.
And the grandson of Mrs. Nadia and Reynold Benjamin. Casey, you ready? He's going to do a piece for us. Put your hands together for Casey Benjamin. A total $950.